Now, U.S. President Donald Trump has said that the shooting suspect at the White House press dinner gala was a would-be assassin armed with multiple weapons. Now, addressing the press at the White House after the shooting incident, Trump had said that the suspect is from California and is currently being questioned. When asked if he feels he was the target of the shooting, Trump said, and I'm quoting here, "I guess." However, when asked if he feels the shooting was linked to the Iran war, Trump said, "I don't think so." Let's listen in.
The man has been captured. They're going to his apartment. I guess he lives in California, and he's a sick person, a very sick person.
Now, this comes after Trump and other senior officials of the Trump administration were evacuated from the White House Correspondents Dinner after loud bangs were heard at the event. What you see on your screens are visuals of the exact moment when the loud shots were heard. U.S. President Trump's security team was then seen evacuating Trump from the dais. Vice President J.D. Vance and members of Trump's cabinet who were also in attendance were also rushed out. The security incident took place outside of the room where President Trump and other officials were attending the dinner. Well, more details are now emerging about the shooter now. According to Trump, the shooter was armed with multiple weapons, including shotgun, handgun, and knives. The picture that you see on your screen is the very picture that Trump had posted on Truth Social. He, according to reports, is a 31-year-old resident from California. And as of now, raids are currently underway at his place. According to D.C. Police Chief, the suspect has been taken to hospital for evaluations. The suspect will appear before a U.S. District Judge on Monday. According to U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro, the suspect will be charged with using a firearm during a crime of violence and assault on a federal officer using a dangerous weapon. Now, U.S. President Donald Trump had also shared an image of the shooter. Addressing the media earlier, he had called him a sick man. He also said that he fought pretty hard. Now, Kash Patel, the director of FBI, who also addressed the media alongside Trump, said he was the lone actor in the incident. All right, to give us more details on this, my colleague Susan Tarani is now joining us. Susan, we've been tracking this since the incident came into light. We know that the shooter was armed with multiple guns, as Trump has also said. It looks like we know that this shooter will be arraigned on Monday. But it's interesting to see the footage that Trump had posted about the CCTV footage about this suspect running really fast. And the servicemen, of course, they have been praised by Trump alongside all of the officials from the Secret Service, the FBI, the police. Everyone has been praising the services, the security services. But it's interesting to see that this person, according to these very officials, that he was a guest at the hotel, but he was again armed with so many weapons, and he was able to make it past the security, even though he was running really fast, very near into proximity of this ballroom where the President Trump and all the very important highest officials were present.
Yeah, and also, he was armed with three kinds of weapons, 2 guns and a knife. And not only do questions now are going to arise, if he was at the hotel, how much information the hotel has on this individual, how he was able to get those weapons in that hotel. But also, President Trump said that he's a resident of California. That's across the country from Washington, D.C., very far away. How did he obtain those weapons? If he's a resident of California, did he manage to either drive cross-country or fly cross-country with these weapons? Did he purchase these weapons in Washington? these are all questions that need to be answered for the sake of not only preventing something like this from happening again, but to really see what the security situation was, that this individual was not only able to get so close to the president, his cabinet, and other guests, but how just in what manner, how lax was security, and what were the shortfalls regarding that.
Absolutely. And the fact that, all of this is happening, well, now what Trump had also said was that Melania Trump was one of the first persons to react and see that something was wrong. This is something that Trump has said himself, and, in the briefing that he did alongside, well, Melania was not seen, of course, in the briefing, but Trump had indicated that Melania Trump was the first one to suspect that there was something wrong.
Yeah, and, while Melania Trump didn't speak to the media, it was very noteworthy that she was also at the White House press briefing room alongside the president and some of his cabinet members during that press conference when the president was saying that. Melania Trump is said to be one of the people who has been most affected by these numerous assassination attempts against her husband, Donald Trump. Remember, he's the father of their only child, Barron. And she's expressed it outwardly and publicly that she's very concerned about the safety of not only the president, but her family in general.